present time. But if you'd like to leave your name, phone number, and a brief message, I'll return your call as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hello, Ron. This is Jay Beswick for Kids' Sake, Southern Utah. We have a runner that we picked up last night. She's 15 and a half. We're trying to figure out what the legal ramifications are to emancipate her and get a protective order. She was not too far away from an arranged marriage. I think they were probably going to wait till she was 16 because of the new law. But she ran up in Salt Lake City, and we retrieved her with a exchange, so to speak, in Fillmore last night. Somebody else bringing her down. I've talked to Don Wilson, who's the attorney that helped emancipate Sarah Cook, who left when she was 16. This girl's a cousin to Sarah, so that was probably why she made that connection. But I need some legal advice. I'm probably going to go down and sit down with the FBI on this one and see what the legal ramifications are. Unfortunately, I don't trust the local courts down in Mojave County, which is where she'd have to go, so I think it may be a case for the FBI to get involved in. But if you can call me, I'm at, in and out, but I'm at 435-635-4075. Thanks. Bye. This is Laura. How you doing, Laura?
Doing good.
This is Mr. Beswick.
Yes. Wow.
You have
been up to?
You have my email?
I do. I got it. I read it.
I have a runner.
Hey.
I need help. Help.
I know. I knew this would happen eventually.
I just got off.
Being that close, you can't help it.
Well, Sarah got her. Sarah knew a boy, and he was the liaison, so he managed to take her when she ran up in Salt Lake over to Sarah's house. I met Sarah in Fillmore last night and picked her up halfway.
Oh, my gosh.
So we have her at our house right now, and I spent about an hour or so on the phone with Don Wilson.
Good.
And it's not as simple. He said it was simpler with Sarah's case because they didn't contest it, but Warren seems to have more fear nowadays of losing too many girls.
Really?
So this could be contested.
Wow.
Unless, of course, I can intimidate them. They might be afraid of me in terms of what I can do, and boy, I'll do a lot of damage on this one if they take her away from me. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, what was interesting, though, with Sarah is that they were more interested in keeping it out of the media than they were in actually retrieving the girl.
Well, now, if they know anything about me at all, I'll put this into the media so high that they'll regret the day they considered it. But I don't even want to lose her up on top of the hill. And she's upstairs watching A&E tapes right now.
Good.
I'm polluting her mind so that if she does wind up going back for any unknown reason, that she'll be armed with too much information for them to want her to be around.
Exactly smart. That's kind of what I hope happened with the girl who went back. That was so disappointing. The hours and months I put into that, but I thought, you plant a seed. They can't take that information away from her. She knows her rights.
This one has a lot of confidence, just like Sarah. So.
Oh, good. Is it her cousin?
It's her cousin, yeah.
Oh, good.
So I don't think there's a question with her. It's just a matter of the legal ramifications. We're going to have to choose one of the courts, either Mojave or Washington County. I don't trust either one.
Yeah.
Because obviously polygamy is illegal, and they continue to let it continue, and the courts don't recognize it as an illegal action or an unsafe environment.
Yeah.
So I may later on go down to the FBI office with her, along with Les Sitting, and the two of us sit down and have a discussion with the FBI.
Yeah.
Les is willing to take her. I'm willing to take her, either one. Mm-hmm. Les is her great uncle, so he may have the blood contact.
Right. Sometimes it's best if it is a family connection.
And with mine, all I have is for kids' sake, as probably a background kind of a thing. But either way, she seems like a pretty mellow kid. She doesn't seem, they may consider her wayward and wild, but she seems pretty tame to me.
Well,
by comparison,
Most of the girls who are just a touch headstrong and they haven't completely squelched their spirit, do sneak out at night.
Yeah.
That's the big thing there. They love to sneak out at night and be with teenagers their age.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's so denied.
Yeah.
I couldn't ever have a sleepover. I couldn't ever have friends.
Well, the angles that I'm looking at right now, one is to arm her with enough information that she knows too much about the outside world.
Exactly.
Because Sarah had mentioned that was something that they were afraid that she would taint her brothers and sisters, so...
Well, taint her.
If I arm her with enough information, that's one shot. The second shot, of course, is to try to deal with the legal system, which I'm very nervous about, as you probably were.
Yeah, I was, and I tried every organization for children in Utah, in Salt Lake County. Nobody would help. This is what they said. Ed Nicholson is a contact set up through the state for children leaving polygamy with DCFS. He said a pending arranged marriage is reason enough, is considered emotional maltreatment, and is reason enough to take a child out of the home. But how do you prove there's a pending arranged marriage?
Well, now, like she said, that her father knew who she was going to be married to. It was planned, but she was never made aware of who that person was or what that plan was.
Right. It's kind of like Sarah vaguely knew that he would be a man about as old as her dad.
Yeah, and she said she told her father that she wouldn't marry until she was 18 or 19, so she was being defiant about that.
Right.
But nonetheless, this girl was taken out of school after 6th grade. So she hasn't been in school, which is, the truancy issue should be enough by itself.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what? It wasn't with Sarah.
Yeah.
We were filing neglect.
Yeah.
She was homeschooling her younger brothers and sisters, but not getting school herself. Not allowed to even step out of the home or use the phone.
Right.
Given all the responsibilities of an adult woman, but no freedom to breathe. The fact she wasn't in school, the fact she was homeschooling and taking care of other children in the home and neglecting her own future was not enough to deny, to charge her parents with neglect. The courts refused to charge the parents with neglect.
But you see, the father in this one, he married one of his stepdaughters. His third wife is his stepdaughter.
Oh, my gosh.
He had another stepdaughter that he was planning on marrying, and she decided she'd rather marry an unknown person in Canada than her stepfather.
I know who this is.
Okay, you do, okay.
You know who this is? This is my niece.
Oh, the girl that I have is your niece?
He has other wives, so would she be his stepchild?
I think she's a daughter of a Darger, is what I heard.
She's not a Mackert? Okay, Roberta Mackert was a Johnson. Was taken from Jonathan Johnson just because he asked for certain sexual delights. And they figured that was awful and sinful. Man and wife, get out of their bedroom, you know?
Yeah.
They figured that made him a pervert, so they took...
He didn't read Masters, or they didn't read Masters in Johnson
to
figure out what really goes on in bedrooms,
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
What's weird is he wanted gratification from an adult woman. That's sinful. Screw a little child, we don't care.
Yeah.
This happens constantly. It just gets me going. Okay, anyway, they took Roberta and all her children from Jonathan Johnson and married her to Marvin Cook.
And Marvin Cook's this girl's biological father.
Right.
So,
Then Afton, her oldest daughter, and I remember Afton when I was just a teenager, married Marvin, and Samantha didn't want to, so they took her to Canada.
So Samantha is the 15-year-old that's up there now?
I think Sarah said she may have been 17 when they took her up there.
You said Samantha. I'll have to ask Caroline and see what...
She was one of the girls we were documenting in that list.
Because I think that I heard that she said that the girl was 15 when she was taken up there. Because she didn't want to marry her stepfather.
I was searching for a girl that age that had gone to Canada and was hoping it would be Samantha because if she's my niece, I could take her in. Okay?
Yeah.
But Sarah said that she was older than that when she went to Canada.
Now, so this girl here, Caroline, is related to you too?
So Caroline is like Roberta's. Caroline wouldn't be Roberta's. I don't think she's Roberta's daughter.
Yeah.
I think she's the other wife's daughter. I forget her name. So.
I saw somebody told me that the mother was a Darger, but I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, so
I think it'd be his first wife. I think this would be a daughter of the first.
I want to ask her if she's Roberta Mackert's daughter.
Okay, I'll ask when I get upstairs.
She's got a home here, with a blood relative.
Yeah.
But we can't take her out of state.
Well, yeah.
If she runs away, I've looked into all this. If she were to get on a bus herself and go, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Kids run from state to state, runaways.
Right.
But if you took her, you'd be charged.
Well, see, that's what I was wondering, too. I was planning a trip to California to see my dad this Friday. And so I'm up with the choice now of do I leave her... I could leave her here with my wife, but I also heard from Don Wilson that they tried to snatch Sarah a few times before the court trial.
Yeah, they came by her work.
Yeah,
they found out where she worked. Yeah. That was leaked out through the other girl. She wasn't being very careful, and she had too much family interference to really where I was comfortable, but couldn't seem to stop that.
Yeah.
And they came by her work, yeah.
And of course, now another angle I've thought about here too would be to get Mike Watkiss from News 3 Phoenix to come up here and do a filming of her, do her interview, but then give me the video.